Hey guys, just wanted to give everyone a little bit of an update, I guess a bit of a catch-up session, and just to check in with you guys and see how you guys are all doing. I was just gonna hop straight into bed. I've been kind of like binging on YouTube all day, doing a bit of self-care and a clean up around the house as I do every Monday when Jamie goes back down for work. I have some kind of like news. Sorry, I'm just kind of laying in bed here with the dogs. Odie's licking Boss's face. Sadie's just at the end there, fully passed out. So if you hear some weird licking noises in the background, that's what's going on. Just gonna hop into bed, and then I was kind of just like, no, have a chat about, you know, mixed emotions about isolation and the transition on how I'm feeling about going back to work. Haven't already watched my other vlog, I think it was my very first vlog, I was talking about the pandemic a lot and how it kind of just started to happen during that vlog. I was still currently working at the shop. By the end of the vlog, because it was a week-long vlog, I had actually voluntarily stood down from work. Our employers graciously let us know that, you know, if we were feeling uncomfortable at work, we were more than welcome to stand down. At the time, I don't think we knew the JobKeeper was happening. We were just told that we were able to apply for Centrelink if we didn't feel comfortable working in the shop anymore, because it was such quite a busy environment, and it almost felt, for me personally, really uncomfortable to work around customers who weren't quite understanding the social distancing rules. It was also still very new, but at the same time, I mean, it was heavily, you know, covered by the media, so it was almost impossible to kind of understand why customers weren't following the social distancing rules, because it was like, are you living under a rock? And although a lot of them like meant well, I mean, they just weren't thinking like with their head. I was like quite happy to be there if people were being respectful and like keeping their distance, but they weren't, and it just made me feel uncomfortable. So I opted out, which was fine with my employer. You know, they've been so nice this whole time, checking up on us weekly. Last week I got a call from my employers just to see how I was going with it all and whether or not I was feeling up to coming back or not. I personally have been dealing with some anxiety issues. Although I may come off as quite comfortable in my element right now, I'm in my home, I'm clearly making YouTube videos, I'm making content for you guys, spending a lot of time with these guys and my husband Jamie, who has continued to work throughout this whole thing. I myself haven't been comfortable going out into public places, i.e. shopping centers at this point in time. I haven't even been going to my local supermarket. So we've been getting food delivered to the house. If we really need like grocery essentials, I have been going to my local corner store, which is the size of probably 2 of my bedrooms put together. Really allowed 15 customers in at one time and 1 customer down each aisle. It's just something that I've chosen to do. I just don't personally feel like we're at the end of it yet. I don't feel like it's over. Australia has done a top-notch job on, you know, keeping the numbers low. We've obviously been watching other countries struggle, but also learning from, you know, some of the things that they've had to go through, and we're implementing strategies to reduce our numbers here, which is, I am wary that once we open up the international borders that we might get a second wave of it, and it'll be called something else by then. As we know, it has evolved and symptoms have varied between a lot of people who have contracted the virus. That is what I'm wary about, but at the same time, I acknowledge that I can't stay indoors forever, and due to my anxiety disorder, I feel like it may only hinder me. Like, the longer I stay indoors, the harder I feel it may be for me to get back to work. What would it be like if I went back? And I just suddenly felt like this wave of anxiety, and it just suddenly realized that it wasn't that I was getting comfortable at home, but also just think I was scared to go back to work because of the feeling of being in a space with lots of people. That's what frightened me, I think. It's like being in a crowded elevator and you're that type of person that, you know, likes your personal space, but everyone keeps like bumping into you. That's what I felt like. I was like, I notified my employer about it and he seemed to be really understanding about it. I notified them about that, and also I tried to push to go back on minimal hours because I am full-time. It would just be a lot. It would be very overwhelming for me, and I get overwhelmed easily. So that was good. I waited to hear back from the big boss about that one, and they approved me coming back 3 days a week instead of 5, just for now, just to see how we go until I can, you know, like ease into it. That's where I'm at the moment. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update because it was kind of sudden. I didn't envision myself going back right away because to me it didn't correlate or make sense. I'm glad I've got that little window of time to get used to the idea of being a fully social environment. A lot of people are confused by the restrictions and what is and isn't allowed. I understand why they're trying to lift some, because they're trying to make people happy and they're trying to get jobs back in the go so that, you know, they're not spending so much money. In Australia, the government payment schemes are costing a lot of money for the government. It's just a lot of the rules just don't correlate with each other and they don't make sense, and it's confusing a lot of people as to what they can and can't do, and they're being told that they can do stuff, but then it's like, but there's still a pandemic about. I wanted to check in with you guys and see how you're all going because this is how I'm feeling. I'm sure I'm not the only one. If you're having any like worries about, you know, going back to work too early and you're worrying about, you know, getting back into a rhythm, a routine, highly suggest watching a couple of days this week. I've been watching routine videos or working from home videos that get me motivated because I'm trying to get myself back into the rhythm. A routine, like getting up at a set time, setting myself an alarm, making a coffee, get myself breakfast, feed the dogs, with the dogs outside, go shower, get ready for the day, get my organizer out, which I've got with me right now, getting a list of things that I need to get done for the day just so I feel productive. So I don't want it to be like going from 0 to just complete full-time work. I want to prepare my head mentally. I can't, you guys have got to see this. Look at Sadie. So my main point about this video is I just want you all to know that you are doing the best you can during this time. Don't feel like it's a competition to be productive. Don't forget that it is okay to not be okay. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave this vlog here, and yeah, leave any comments in the box below. Let me know how you're going in your isolation, your transition, going back to work or not going back to work. I love you all. Peace out. Mwah. See you in the next vid.
Just the other day, saw you looking my way.